Hello everybody and welcome to another knockoff review. In today's video we're taking a look at the BS-01 alloy version, Dance of Death. That sounds like one of Thew's favourite rock bands, doesn't it? Specifications, colours and contents may vary from illustration. This is of course an oversized version of the alien attack Firage, which in itself was based on the Dark of the Moon DINO. Quick look around the box, we've got DINO's weapon on the front there and on the back. Yes, my box did get a little bit squished, but that's it. That's all we got on the packaging, ages 16 plus. Got a little QR code if you want to scan that. Let's crack him open. And here we have him out of his plastic prison. He's actually easier to mess around with due to his size. Firage was always a small kind of deluxe figure due to scale with the rest of the Dark of the Moon deluxes, and that did play a problem because I'm not overly mobile with my hands, so it just made it increasingly difficult. But this guy being bigger allows me to kind of get stuck in there a little bit more and mess around with everything. He's made of a good plastic. I wouldn't say amazing. It's not like we're used to with some of the higher end knockoffs from Weijang and Black Mamba. It's still good. In my opinion, it still feels nicer in hand than the Alien Attack one, which is a shame. I mean, Alien Attack done an amazing job with the whole transformation side of things, and the engineering was sublime. It just wasn't as nicely executed. It was still better than their Prime, but I think it was due to that size. It just made it increasingly difficult. But as far as looks go, this guy has managed to capture DINO's likeness down to a T. It's really, really pleasant to have something that looks as good as this in hand. And when I show you a scale comparison with all of the rest of the kind of oversized Dark of the Moon figures, he really does look the part. I'll get into his weapons shortly, but of course we do have these big blades that he comes with, and he also has those hooks that he uses on that freeway scene. Sculpting is impeccable in my opinion. They've done a really good job at kind of oversizing that sculpt. They've kept the shine and sheen on the figure. We've got the highlighted areas on the legs. If anything, maybe we could have had a few more paint apps, I think, due to the fact that it's a bigger figure now. Probably could have got away with a few more, but I think they've done a pretty decent job considering. I think the idea is to have that chest tucked in and tabbed in. I'm trying to go back. I don't have the original DINO anymore, so I'm trying to go back and see how to transform him, because this guy did not come with any instructions at all, which is fun, especially when you have a figure like this. I think I've got that right on the top there. These should tab into the back. This tabs in. Not sure about these door hinges and that here. I think they're kind of okay where they are, but I love the blades. I love the amount of articulation that Alien Attack crammed in on the original figure, and that's all been carried across onto this big guy, and it really does work. Now I know this scale isn't exactly spot on, but checking my Mike Lorber scale that I got in the studio here, it looks like DINO was a smidge shorter than Bumblebee, just kind of below that crotch area of Prime, which I think works pretty decent with these oversized figures. Obviously that's the Revenge of the Fallen Human Alliance twin there. I've got the Legendary Toys version of the MPM Bumblebee, still missing my small spoilers off his chest there. I really do need some different Bumblebees. I can't just keep using my 2007 MPM Bumblebee for all of the seasons. We've got Ironhide there, that's the oversized Black Mamba version, and of course we have the oversized Black Mamba Prime as well. I really do like how these are all looking together. Yeah, now I've got some of my wreckers in there as well. I've got Sideswipe, but as far as they go, I think they all scale pretty decent, and DINO really does look at home. I mean, if you're not fussed about scale, I guess he looks nice. with the MPM Prime. Yeah, they do look kind of cool together, but the scale, in my opinion, is kind of way off. He's just far too tall. But like I said, aesthetically wise, they do look remarkably good together. Now, like his alien attack older brother, we do get these grappling hook sections. They kind of come over. These pieces can tab in on one side, like so, and then these come out and they slide in here. You can really kind of angle these. These are really nicely hinged, so they kind of curl up around the arm. But I think the idea is you can have these popping out from the underside of the arm, and they are bendable wires, so we can open up these fists, these claws, and bend the wire up, and then there we go. And then kind of have the claws, grappling hooks kind of down. We haven't got any of the Decepticons done in this larger scale yet. These could really do with being kind of double that length, in my opinion. But I like how it looks. I really need to kind of just rock these back a bit. There we go. That looks a bit more natural, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it's a really gorgeous looking piece. Still wary of some of these edges, worried that I'm going to catch them. The finish is exceptional. Let's cover the articulation, shall we? The head can look up, down, left and right. We can tilt side to side. Love the expression on there. We've got a butterfly joint on that shoulder, allowing it to run all the way forwards, all the way backwards. We can bring that out, bring it all the way around. And there is a upper bicep rotation. There's a double jointed bend on the elbow. There's rotation and pivot on the wrist. The hands are fully articulated. There's a waist rotation in there, although it's very, very tight with clearance. No abdominal crunch in there though, I'm afraid. Legs can come forwards, backwards, out to the side this far without hindrance, and then beyond that we get these thigh pieces in the way. There's an upper thigh rotation. There's a crazy amount of bends on these legs. They can kind of fold, fold, fold again. There's 3 or 4 folds, so we can fold them all the way up. And then coming down to the feet, we've got rotation up, down, pivoting left and right, and we've got articulation on all of these toes as well. So the heels work independently to these side flaps. So lots and lots going on there, but really gorgeous looking piece. Now here comes the joyous time of trying to get this transformed up into his Ferrari mode. This is something that I absolutely despised about the Alien Attack version. It was just very, very fiddly, but I will try my best. Now everybody kind of took DINO or Firage from his vehicle mode to his robot mode. This guy kind of becomes packed in his robot mode, so the journey to car mode is going to be an experience, to say the least, because I don't have the instructions. So let's try and figure it out amongst us, shall we? Let's start by rotating up these arms, and you want to rotate the hands around so they sit up over on those shoulders. Do that for both arms. Come around to this back panel piece. Make sure these are opened. This panel is going to pop up out of this neck tab, and we're going to untab this chest piece as well. So this untabs from here, this untabs from here. I'm just going to open up either side. We have this panel piece here. That's going to come out. Now with this piece here detached, this is going to come up, and that's on a rocking hinge. So we want to rock this up, rock this piece up, and this should, he says, flip upwards like so. And then that is on this extender, which extends all the way back and beyond those pegs, like so. these are going to come down and they're going to collapse like so, folding in on themselves. So look at the hinge there, it's going to collapse, fold in, and then looking at the back here we can just see how these are meant to sit. So let's just pop that in and then just pop that one in like so, and it's going to come round. Right, so we're going to have, so we've got what looks like this on the back for now. It's just going to rotate around like so, and just bring that up and out of the way. These wheels are just tabbed in either side on this torso, and this allows the head, it says if it's nice and wide, there we go, this whole section here is going to flip upwards. The part that was his abs now going to fold and flip around, and this folds up, and that's going to form the front part of the grill. And this is going to come in, and this will come in. I'm just going to tab, and again just to bring that in and hook that in over those lips, and this is going to come down, and that will just push and tab. You don't have to do the tabbing in at this point, but man, I find it easier. It's just way less to tab in later on. I try and keep on top of the tabs as I go. There we go. And just tabbing those on. Now our shoulders are going to roll around, which in turn gives us enough room to bring these panel pieces up and just latch those in. Starting to come together, isn't it? These are going to come around, rotate like so. So you've got these hinges here. The wheels are going to come around like so, and you want to rotate this hinge around. This is going to come in, and there's a latch just here which allows the wheel to slide inwards, and that sits the wheel nice and high up in those wheel arches. It's a shame these don't come with the Ferrari insignia on the bonnet though. You can just come to this underside now, and you can just push these up nicely inside here. They just kind of tuck right out of the way, and just looking at these hinges, that these doors are going to rock on this double hinge, collapse that down, and they're going to tab in on here and in on here, and that tucks all of this away. So again, on this side, collapse this down on this double hinge. Oh, this one's a little bit tighter, but supporting the hinge, don't put too much stress on it, and just push and tab that in. That covers off that section at the front. Looking at the back here, these legs are going to roll out from under here. Look, this is tucked in just underneath here. Roll those out so that these have all come down to the back. Come around to his legs, just untab them from this retaining piece here. This is going to come around, that's going to flip and tab in here like so, and then this wheel is going to just move and collapse up into that void, kind of like that. It'll all come together when we start putting these pieces where they belong. Now the legs in essence just going to fold inwards, but your first port of action is just to bring this piece here forwards, and what we're going to do, we're going to collapse the leg. This is going to fold using all of those wonderful hinges that we have. Just going to collapse that down completely, and then these are going to collapse upwards, these are going to collapse down, these are going to collapse down, and this is going to come up to the back, slide that in, and then this just pushes and tabs in to that section Come on, there. This engine bay piece will tab in, like so. These will just lift and tab in to the latches on the engine bay. Ah, see what I mean? Just the odd tab comes undone and you're damned. Alright, let's try again. Right, get the engine bay latches in. One. 2, 3, and then these doors. 4, 5. Okay. And these is going to push and push into the back, and make sure that these legs fully collapse, and then just sort out these wheels, bringing them down to the correct location. And here we have them fully transformed up into his Ferrari mode. Now if you look, I've got a slight sprue piece here which is preventing him from fully tabbing in, so I'm just going to shave that piece off after the video. But there he is. There he is in his Ferrari mode. Yes, we don't have the insignia on here, but that being said, it's actually easier to transform this guy than the original, in my opinion. It just I guess it's the way that it's larger, everything just kind of holds together just a little bit better. Really nice and tidy on the underside. I love how compacted everything is. He's a good size, and he definitely looks like the Ferrari. Now, scale-wise, that's the MPM scaled Optimus Prime. Yeah, probably far too small scale-wise, I think. This guy looks to me like he's more designed to scale with those oversized figures. But that being said, I think we can still kind of mix and match. This is the PM Jazz. He's not holding together brilliantly, but that's the Black Mamba oversized Prime as well, which I think they work really well. Maybe Jazz is probably a little bit too big, I think. I don't know. It is literally just finding what works for yourselves. I like to kind of mix and match. I don't have many vehicles displayed for the Movieverse. I've got quite a few vehicles for G1 displayed together, but I'm more of a Movieverse bot mode man myself. But these do definitely all look really nice together. Really good piece, a really fresh take on what Alien Attack did. Really does look the part. Definitely need to just sort out this piece here because it's preventing that door from fitting in properly. But overall, really impressed. Thanks again to TF Direct for getting this sent out to me. Hope you're all keeping safe. Thank you all so much for tuning in to my content and continuing to support these channels. And until next time, from myself and the KO oversized version of the Alien Attack Firage, aka Dark of the Moon Dino, thanks for watching. Goodbye.